Once upon a time, there was a magical forest nestled deep in the heart of the countryside. The forest was filled with tall trees that reached high into the sky, and the branches intertwined with one another, creating a canopy of greenery that blocked out the sun. In this forest, there were plants and animals that could not be found anywhere else in the world. It was said that the forest was enchanted, and that anyone who entered it would be transported to a different world. One sunny day, a group of children decided to explore the forest. They had heard stories of the Enchanted Forest, and were eager to see it for themselves. As they made their way deeper into the woods, they saw trees with leaves of all colors, and heard the sound of rushing water. The forest was alive with the sounds of birds chirping, squirrels chattering, and insects buzzing. As the children walked deeper into the forest, they saw a tree that was different from all the others. This tree had a face carved into its trunk, and it seemed to be looking right at them. The children were amazed and curious, so they approached the tree. "Hello," the tree said in a deep, rumbling voice. "What brings you to my forest?" "We've come to explore," one of the children said, still in disbelief that the tree could speak. The tree chuckled. "Ah, I see. Well, you're in for a treat. This forest is full of wonders. But be careful, not everything is as it seems." As the children continued on their journey, they stumbled upon a clearing in the forest. In the center of the clearing, there was a ring of mushrooms that glowed with a soft, golden light. The children were fascinated and walked towards the ring. As they got closer, they saw that there were tiny fairies dancing around the ring. The fairies had wings that sparkled like diamonds and wore dresses made of petals. The children watched in awe as the fairies danced around the ring, their laughter echoing through the forest. As the sun began to set, the children started to make their way back home. As they walked, they heard the sound of hooting coming from a nearby tree. They looked up and saw an owl perched on a branch, looking down at them with wise, knowing eyes. "Good evening, children," the owl said in a hushed voice. "Have you had a good day exploring the forest?" The children nodded, still amazed that they had seen so many magical things. "Remember," the owl continued, "this forest is full of secrets and surprises. If you ever get lost, just remember to listen to your heart. It will guide you back to where you need to be." On their way out of the forest, the children heard a sound coming from a nearby bush. They approached cautiously, unsure of what they might find. Suddenly, a small rabbit darted out from the bush and ran right in front of them. The rabbit looked back, and the children saw that it had a thorn stuck in its paw. Without hesitation, one of the children reached down and gently removed the thorn from the rabbit's paw. The rabbit looked up at the child with gratitude in its eyes and then bounded away. The children smiled, knowing that they had helped a fellow creature in need. As the children walked back to their homes, they talked excitedly about all the amazing things they had seen in the forest. They knew that they had been given a special gift, one that not everyone gets to experience. As they parted ways and went to their own homes, each child thought about the lessons they had learned in the forest. They realized that the Enchanted Forest was more than just a place of magic and wonder, it was also a place of wisdom and lessons. The talking tree had taught them to be aware of their surroundings and to be cautious of things that seemed too good to be true. The fairy ring had taught them the joy of dancing and celebrating life. The wise owl had taught them to listen to their inner voice and trust their instincts. And the courageous rabbit had taught them the importance of kindness and compassion towards all creatures. The children knew that they would never forget the lessons they had learned in the Enchanted Forest. And they knew that they would always carry the magic of the forest within them, wherever they went. Years passed, and the children grew up to be adults. But they never forgot about the Enchanted Forest and the lessons they had learned there. They often returned to the forest, bringing their own children and grandchildren to share in the magic. And every time they entered the forest, they heard the whispers of the trees, felt the flutter of fairy wings, and saw the knowing eyes of the wise owl. And they knew that the forest would always be a place of wonder and magic, a place where they could learn and grow, and a place that would always hold a special place in their hearts.